Alright, so, last time on Burnout Revenge, we moved up to rank 3 on the ranking level system, as we have now moved from unsafe to reckless. And I also made some further progress in the world tour as well. And now, I think what we're going to do is we may as well continue that progress. Because I think once we're done with the Eliminator, we should get more events unlocked, I think. Anyway, here we go. And I think this time, well, we're a bit limited for choice still at this time, so yeah, fuck it, we'll use this. Sure, that'll do. Let's go and hit the road. Anyway, another Eliminator, we know what to do. Let's go out and make our way to the front. Since I do have enough experience with this now to pretty much know what it is I am doing. And getting sideswiped, and already got my first takedown. I was not paying attention to that. And no aftertouch. However, I do manage to stay out of last, so now I need to work my way forwards, as I am on the traffic attack. And I say that because that's literally what it's called. And now I move up to the front, and I think I got 2 separate takedowns in the same instance. Anyway, still continuing to show off my slipping and sliding prowess. I probably need another takedown in order to get to the awesome rating. Never mind, I'm already at the awesome rating. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And 3 of us left. And those 2 are closing in on me. Might as well let them catch up. See what it is they're going to do. And that's a wall. Where are you? Nope, I will not be eliminated. You can suck my dick if you think I am going to be eliminated. And just like that, there are just 2 of us left. And I also get 3 stars on the traffic checking. Nice. And I also get awesome air, so providing I can hold on to this, I should be good for winning our first event here today. Or only just. I did not think he wrecked right behind me. I was honestly thinking for sure that was going to be a loss, but somehow the guy literally wrecked behind me, and that was what gave me the win. But anyway, another 5-star rating on the board. And now we move on to whatever our next event is. And so there we are. Aside from the crash event, which I am not doing yet because I need more cars on my roster first before I do that, we're now going to move on to our next 2 events at Eternal City, where we've got a road rage on the long course, and also a race on the long course. I think you can see where we're going with this. Still kind of sucks to say that at this point in time we're still limited for choice. But you know what? I think I have come to expect that. Sure, we'll use the modified M-type for this. Seems like the logical choice. I do also quite like how stylized these loading screens are with their backgrounds. Okay, so 7 takedowns, what we need for a gold. Yeah, that should be easy enough. I've done this before, I pretty much know what it is I have to do. Hopefully the cars will not be too fast for me to keep up. Although, considering pretty much the only cars I have in this game so far are basically at around the same speed and power as me, this should really come as no trouble, since we only need 7 for a gold, and we've got a minute to do it. These early road rage events, from what I can establish, they seem to be pretty easy to me, especially since the more takedowns I get, the more time I get added on as well, which is also what helps me, as I run into a wrecked car, and I'm at risk of losing my awesome rating. And as I say that, yeah, I knew that was coming. There was no fucking way I was going to avoid that wall the way my car was sliding. Oh, we've now got the gold at least. Now I need to make sure I get more carnage on the board in order to maintain my awesome rating. Because if I can do that, then it also means I will get the perfect score. And considering you basically do more or less have to get gold in basically every event of this game in order to really just, like, you know, receive 100% completion. That's kind of the thing you sort of have to do in this game. And oh, I just got 14. Only just got 14. 14 takedowns in that event. I barely got that. I basically doubled on my target in that one. I was not expecting that. But there we go. Now we're just 8 stars away from rank 4. And we've got ourselves another new car. This time got the Works M-Type ST. And you know what? We are going to use that car, because it is the newest car that we have now won, and also because I have pretty much used all my other cars up to this point of the game once except this one. So yeah, we're using the Works M-Type next. Hands down. And so here we are for another race. And pretty much another one-lap sprint. More or less the sorts of races that at this point I am basically just getting used to, and immediately I get taken out. Didn't say anything, and immediately I just get taken out. Which means I now need to go on a rampage. Okay, so rule number 1 with these races is don't get crashed immediately. Because if you do, it is just going to be karma. You basically have to make sure that you're pretty much the one who is basically causing the racks on the AI to stop the AI from basically putting the racks on you. And I think at this point, it's become blatantly obvious that if I am going to win this, then I basically need to go on a rampage and cause about as much carnage as I can. And make sure that the AI somehow stay behind me. And I run into a bus. Okay. Stationary bus. Not a good idea to hit. Well, at least I get an aftertouch takedown. Because I'm pretty sure that's what that was. And yep, things are not going very well at the moment. I have got to come from behind to win, basically. Yeah, aftertouch. Okay, I'm happier than I was before. I would have been very upset if that wasn't an aftertouch. Oh, and I missed the shortcut. But it's okay, because I now take over the lead, and there's no one in sight. And I am trying to see if I can pull this off. Maybe. And okay, I was not expecting this to happen, but I might have actually won this on my second try. And I just survived with the awesome ranking. After that was slowly deflating. But anyway, there we go. So that's now 3 events done for this episode, and I might do either another 3 or 4, depending on how I feel. Anyway, on to the next one. Huh, and we've unlocked 2 cars in the same episode. And we've now got the works, R170 Street. Huh. Your amazing burnout driving skills have won you a special invitation to test drive the EA Racer GT around the Highway of Central Route. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. It gives me more stars, plus it will also move me up to rank 4 as well. Yeah, let's do it. Central Route. I did also turn up the volume just a little bit on the effects. And there's no other colour for this thing except for what I think is purple. I think this is meant to be based on a Le Mans prototype or something. Most likely the Bentley Speed 8. Nope, it's not letting me scroll through the camera. Oh well, let's just go and drive it. You know, to be perfectly honest, I was not expecting myself to be thrown into an actual race car this early on. let alone a fucking prototype race car this early on. But anyway, 55 seconds is what we need for a gold, 115 for a silver, and a 135 for a bronze. Okay, let's go and see how we can do this shit. And maybe fire up with something that really works. I hope. And already there goes the first shortcut. You know what? I think just because this is a preview lap, I might as well just do the first take in full just to see how far off I am. And at this moment in time, it looks like I am probably a few seconds off at least. But then again, most of these courses I have never driven before, so you really wouldn't expect me to necessarily be a perfectionist this early on. And somehow, in spite of me crashing, I still wind up getting the gold. However, I still need to improve on my great ranking, so that's probably what I'll do. As I barely get the gold. Well, at least I still move up to rank 4. Ooh. I think it's pronounced offensive or something. Or just offensive. Whatever. Let's try this again. So here's our leveling up cutscene, as we have now moved up to rank 4. Figured I might as well show this because, well, it's pretty much the leveling up initiative. Okay, let's try again with the Central Route preview lap. And so we try this again. Trying to see if maybe we can get somewhere. Maybe. Well, I'm already getting a burst of speed that I don't think I had before, so maybe this can work. Just maybe. Maybe it'll give me the gratitude that's needed in order for this to work. Can I stay in the awesome rank, please? Okay, got there this time. Okay, now we've got the perfect rank. Even though this car is not officially unlocked yet, because we've still got a long way to go in this game before we unlock the Racer GT. Okay, how many events have we now done? We've done 4 events. Well, might as well check and see what's up at White Mountain. Oh, it's the Grand Prix event. And aside from that, it's the 2 crash events. Yeah, we'll do this one. We also unlocked a new car, so we're just going to use this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to see if I can get a shot of this thing. Yeah, let's make this thing silver. Unless it's grey. Okay, I think that should do it. Alright, so this is now our second Grand Prix event, as I think our first one was in I think it was Sunshine Keys where the first Grand Prix event was. So pretty much the usual shit, more or less. I think we know what we have to do here. Oh, and I almost went into the pillar. That could have been catastrophic if I was not onto it. And I just missed the jump. I was literally on the edge. I was literally just right there, teetering on the edge. Huh. Ironically, I started sliding and that was what gave me the takedown. Fuck you. That's basically the guy I now have to go and take out. If I can do that somehow. He's out front, so... yeah, I can probably take him out. Wherever he is. Oh, and it looks like he got a tush push from the wall. Pretty sure that was a tush push. Oh, and I missed him. Yeah. Gonna try and see if I can rack him back. Of course, I only really need to worry about getting a perfect score with these Grand Prix events. Those are basically the only things that really matter for this. Plus, if I get this done, then... okay, yep. Guy who wrecked me before is trying to wreck me again. I am trying to make sure I am ready for him. Wherever he is. Still right behind me. And now I am down to the great ranking. Yeah, whatever. I still win the race. I just need to focus on the perfect score in order to beat this. Races don't really matter. It's as long as you get the perfect score, you basically get to be perfect. Anyway, those are your points. Now let's move on to the other two races. Honestly, sucks to say, in spite of all the action, there is no replay option. And now we are at Eternal City, which I am pretty sure is largely based off of Rome. I could not quite get the revenge takedown on the guy who took me out before. But it doesn't matter because I probably can get him back again at some point if he does decide to wreck me again. Basically, I just have to crash him the same way he crashed me. Can I get the aftertouch? Yes, only just. I just got the aftertouch. I think the best way to get the perfect rating from Grand Prix events is basically by making sure you win every race, and... Yo, takedown triple, let's go! Let's fucking go! I actually got a triple takedown, even though I wasn't doing anything. Even though I quite literally was not doing anything. And now I've wrecked. And now I am at the back. And likely not going to win without some sort of catastrophe for the AI. Yeah, I think the leader is just... Oh, it's right up at... Oh, fuck you. Motherfucker. You fucking did that on purpose. There is no saving you now. And I wreck myself again. I swear to God, if I can restart this race, I'm gonna fucking restart this race. Because I am not letting this one stand. Yeah, revenge takedown. I actually got one back. Thank God for the payback. And on the front straightaway. And in spite of everything that went wrong in that race, I somehow came out and won. And as expected, all drivers on the board. I am 4 points clear of driver 5. So basically I need to finish in 5th or higher. And then basically the GP is mine either way. Basically. Alright, one race to go. Just have to win this one, and then we'll be good. Basically. As long as I can win this, we should be fine. And unlike the previous 2 races, we are doing a 2-lapper instead of 1. And I missed a shortcut because I was forced out of it. Oh, yeah, and I went straight into the ground. I think that was a glitch. There was nothing I could have done about that. There was definitely a glitch in that part of the road that just forced me way down south. In other words, I was just not going anywhere. I was basically stuck. Yeah, did I mention takedowns are slightly harder to get in this game compared to 3? I will say that. Like, I can get them, but I really have to basically slam them if I'm going to just really seek out my vengeance. Like, I really have to make sure that I am at least getting some sort of clarity. And I achieve another takedown challenge with a vertical takedown. I wonder how many more of those I am gonna fucking get. before I have to go through the long, arduous grinding process. Yeah, good thing these early events at this point of the game are pretty easy. And that took me hardly any time at all to get through those 3 races. Anyway, those are your results. Not really any names aside from just driver CPUs. Okay, another GP is on the board. That's the first time we've actually gotten ourselves a custom model in rank 2. As we have achieved another challenge trophy for doing the vertical takedown in Central Route. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's pretty much all the race events now done, so I think what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to rank 3. And so we are now on to Tier 3, which I believe was previously called Rackless. And we have got 4 events to do here, so what's our progress now? Okay. I think I'll do... yeah, we'll do however many race events there are, first and foremost, and then we'll just get on with whatever's next. As we're now driving the limited R190DX. Sure, why not? And so we need a 111 for a gold, a 126 for a silver, and a 1 minute 50 for the bronze. And so here we go. Let's see how we go. And immediately missing a shortcut like I so often do for these burning laps on my first attempt. Probably because a lot of these are just so small usually. That's a shortcut I probably shouldn't have missed. Anyway, we'll see how far we get. As I now move up to the awesome rank. I think I'm going to be behind, but I don't think I'll be behind by too much. Yeah, I'm definitely behind. Question is by how much? 3 seconds. Yeah, that's not a lot to make up for in this game. I can get the gold. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, come on. See if we can actually get this right for once. Because I sure as fucking hell want to. But the only question is, can I actually do it right this time? Can I actually do it right like Ally? We'll wait and see. Probably not, but I am always prepared to try. if that's what it takes for me to succeed. And I missed a pretty obvious shortcut there. Maybe too obvious. I am missing all the shortcuts I cannot afford to miss. And yet, in spite of that, I got the gold hands down by 3 seconds. Only gain 1 star, but it's fine. Okay, and that's our first event at Central Route done. And now we have got only our second traffic attack. However, because we have more cars to use, I think you might already know which one I am using next. Hey, is that green I just saw there? I think it might have been. Unless that's just black. Yep, this thing does come in green. I am driving this thing in green. The custom M-Type. So 400,000 is what we need for a gold, 150,000 for a silver, and 75,000 for a bronze. First one was pretty easy. I am strongly convinced in saying this should also be pretty easy. As long as I stay in the flowing lane. And just pretty much cause a rampage, like I did before. I'm strongly convinced in saying these traffic attack events are pretty easy. From what I can see. As in, they really are pretty fucking easy. Huh. I think I actually hit a tuk-tuk. Unless that was a food van. Could have just been a food van. But I was pretty sure I hit a tram. And I'm closing in on silver. I think I should be there pretty soon. And there we go, that's the silver. Now I just need to get the gold. I think I can get there. Just need to make sure I keep running into traffic and then we should be fine. As long as I don't keep missing it. We should be fine. As I am now halfway home. In terms of the overall rankings. You basically gain time for pretty much every vehicle you hit. More or less. And I just missed a tram. Come on. Come on. Get me going, get me going, get me going. Okay. I think we might have just saved ourselves. That did not work out. Okay. Now, can I get another 100 if possible? I really need it. Am I gonna get the gold? I don't know. But I am certainly gonna try. Okay, I think we might just have enough time to get there. And as I say that, we basically go out and get the gold anyway. I think if I can get up to 500... I think if I can get up to 500,000, we should be good. From what I can see. And that's exactly what we do. Okay. Now... I just gotta figure this out. I just gotta figure this whole fucking thing out on how to stop it. Okay. Okay, I think that should do it now. I'm over 600,000. I think we're good for now. I already did. I'm not gonna let that one go on as long as the first one did. There we go. In our second traffic attack event, we get more than $600,000 in damages. And I can certainly say we're just simply adding more cars to our roster now. And we've got another challenge award. I think we're probably going to get more of those. Anyway. Yeah, I think we'll do 2 more events and then we can call it there. Okay, not doing the crash events yet because that's not really important. I think what we're going to do instead, we'll do the road rage and we'll also do the eliminator. Just because I really want to finish this off. So we get the prototype, 175, and I think you know precisely what colour I am going to run this thing in. Green. Sorry. Orange. Or just orange. As we get the course introduction to Eastern Bay. So we need 10 takedowns for a gold, 4 takedowns for a silver, and 2 for a bronze. Again, seems easy enough. I think we're probably going to get 10 on this run from what I can see. As long as I can get myself into the groove and I get the takedown triple immediately. That had to be in the perfect place at the perfect time. And already I have the silver. Now I am just 6 takedowns away from a gold. And you would better believe I am going for those. And that failed miserably. Ah, shit. Here we go again. To quote Grand Theft Auto. I think that line is from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But yeah, that's basically my reaction. Because I gotta take down these motherfuckers. And that is what I am doing. I am taking down these motherfuckers. And making sure... Oh, and one of them took me out. No, it's fine. I still have plenty of time to get the other 2. It's not like I'm pressed for time, so... Yeah, this should be pretty easy. As I get a van takedown. And that's now the gold, so... Basically, all I really have to do now is pretty much cause as much carnage as possible. As I am now already on 12. And I wrecked myself. And my damage is critical, so I am probably not going to survive another hard hit. Although, my car is still drivable, so I think at this point I can continue to rack them for as long as I can keep my car alive and I don't crash between now and the end. And I think that's now, what, my 3rd signature takedown? And I've wrecked. Well, that's pretty much the end of the run. Yep, I knew it. Well, I was almost out of time anyway. I got 15. We don't really unlock anything. Kind of expecting that, in all honesty. Kind of the mystery of this game with some of these events. Anyway, we got one more event to do, so let's do that. So we have hairpinned one of our opponents. And that is our first signature takedown from Eastern Bay. And at some point I will have to figure out how to get the other two. Anyway, let's get through the Eliminator. And where, I think like the event before, we're going to use the custom M-type. Because I want to. Also, because this thing is a lean green machine. So, I figured because I can race this thing in green, and yes, I am absolutely sure this is green, I might actually get a shot of this thing. Just because. Because it's green. Okay, close enough. Okay, take 3 of this because I'm starting to wonder if this might actually be hard. Or unless it's just me and just the unsufferably ugly mistakes that I keep making. I think that one was on me. Game says I was taken out, but I am pretty sure that one was on me. Yeah, did I mention takedowns are harder to get in this game compared to the previous game? I will say that for one thing, but I would assume it will probably get easier as the game goes further and further along. Like, you really have just got to strafe them. Like, you really have got to strafe them in the early stages to really stop them. And you honestly have got to make sure that you're doing it proficiently. Like, you're trying to do it, going foot to the floor, but you're also trying to make sure that you're not just slipping in your own oil whilst you do it. And at this point, it seems like that's what I have been doing. Because I have been perpetually fucking myself. Probably a multitude of times. And I am in the shit again. However, I do get the aftertouch. Because someone else took the shortcut aside from me. And that might have been a good thing. Because it means I am now back in the lead. Just gotta make sure I don't wreck myself. And then maybe we'll actually win this. Because goddammit, I want to fucking win this. Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, he got himself. Okay, that's fine. Apparently, it is possible to wreck yourself on landing. Which doesn't really matter because I win. Took me a few tries to get there, but we got it done eventually. And now we are just 8 stars away from reaching rank 5. Oh, hello. I was not expecting this. The Prototype M series. Not bad. But anyway. I think that's now gonna do it for this episode. Because I feel like we've done enough for episode 3. As we've now completed 20 events, and we are 10% complete with the game, and we've completed 4 challenges. And we've got 2 signature takedowns. Okay, so that'll do it for this episode, and now we will move on to the next episode.